See how we get on. Right, again, just simple practice, refueling and stream testing. Somebody want to contact the tanker.
Texaco 1-1, Colt 1-1, request rejoin.
Colt 1-1, Texaco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 15,000 at 300.
Let's close up on the tanker. And then we'll tell them we're ready to take fuel when we're a little bit closer. A little bit closer still.
Ready, pre-contact.
Cleared contact.
Right. Let's go and get some fuel. To go F-pass, or from my fuel page in the bottom right, MFD. I'm just going to close in and take the gas. I looked at the basket there, so I'm just going to back up and then go in again. Or I'd be looking at that pod, ignoring that basket.
Contact.
There we go.
You're taking fuel.
And then on my MFD on the right hand side, I'm taking fuel. I'm just going to adjust my throttle to maintain formation with the tanker. Okay, I'm going to come out and then go in again. So pop out. And get away a little bit. And then close back up for more gas.
Contact. You're taking fuel.
You're taking fuel. And just hold it general formation. Hey Lou, how you doing? I'm just doing a little bit of a stream test on YouTube. It was a bit funny on Twitch earlier, so I thought I'd just join in and do some tanking solo. So I'm going to come out the basket again, go back in. Let her get away. And then head back in for fuel. Oh, overcorrected that a little bit. That's what happens when I know people are watching now. So bring that speed back off. And then once I've leveled off, I'm going to head in. Ignoring that basket, always looking at the pods. Stream is fine on your end. Cool. Yeah, it was. I tried Twitch earlier, and it was an absolute shambles. Whereas this seems to be working quite well on YouTube.
Contact.
There we go. Contact again.
You're taking fuel.
I maintain taking some fuel. So the bottom right panel, or the bottom right MFD, is the fuel page. Lets me see nice and easy how much I've got. Should be about 12,000. I've got a centerline tank on. I am just holding in formation of the tanker, adjusting throttle backwards and forwards. Okay, I'll get to about 10,000, then I'm going to come out of the basket and go back in. Passing 8,500 now. Nice gentle control inputs, always adjusting, adjusting, adjusting. Hands are never still while you're refueling. The problem was I've got a good uprate, a good internet connection on Twitch, but with the bandwidth when I've done my stream tests, it just wouldn't give me the right bandwidth, so it was constantly jittering. Whereas I connected it to YouTube and it's worked straight away. Okay, there's 10,000, come out of the basket. Yeah, so YouTube's just streaming better. I don't know if it's maybe there's more people streaming to Twitch, so all the servers are getting overloaded. I don't know what it is. Go back in, take the last few £1,000 of fuel. There's someone in the room. Just closing up on the basket again.
Contact.
Not nearly as shaky as I was in the training, I know, because I've not got 3 or 4 gin and tonics in me today.
Contact.
Plus when I'm doing the training, I'm constantly talking to people, trying to adjust what I'm doing, trying to organise a formation. Whereas this is just me flying solo, it's nice and easy, no pressure. There you go, 11,000, 11,500. Got about £1,000 to go. Now we're going to form up on the right of the tanker. Gentle throttle adjustments. Yeah, the Viking's normally a little harder. I've got a 5,000 bit rate at the moment, and I'm doing what's 4K downscale to 720 at 30 frames a second.
Disconnect.
Right, transfer complete, disconnect. No one on the right, I'll move over. There you go, we're full. Yeah, so it's a 5,000 bit rate, 4K downscale to 720 at 30 frames a second. I could probably go a little bit higher judging by the actual quality, because I can see it on my right hand side. So I'll probably test that later on, but this was just a check to make sure they could actually stream still, and it wasn't an issue with the actual service provider, it was just an issue with Twitch. It seems to have confirmed it. Right, so I'll climb up 1,000 feet above the tanker, maintain the same speed. Then I'm going to depart off to the west. There we go. Vaping. I'm going to host the Harrier training, streaming smooth as butter in here. Yeah, it's looking good. I like that. What I might start to do is stream it onto YouTube for the channel anyway. So then the guys who can't make it, or if there's a problem on Discord, they'll be able to see it quite easily on the stream. Didn't mean to put the radar silent there. 2 bar. Range 40. There we go. Can you send me that? I can send you a link from a set from Twitch. Is that what settings to choose what works for YouTube too? Oh, that'd be great. I've got the Twitch test thing that I downloaded. Basically, it sends a little ping to all the different servers, so I can check and see what one I want to use. I'm just going to dump some fuel. Actually, took too much. I'll land at Kasab, I think. It's around here somewhere, if memory serves. where am I in the world? Yeah, I've got a Kasab. Do a landing, dumping fuel now. And I'll adjust the bingo actually up to 3000. At the moment I'm using track AAR. I do have a VR set, but I tend to find when you're streaming or recording, it's just a little bit shonky for the view. So this is just track AAR, otherwise it'd be like The Exorcist turning my head all the way around to the left. If you notice it turning to the right, that's because I'm looking at looking at the chat. Oh, there's no kneeboard with Kasab on. I'll have to do it old school way. Kasab, right. ATC 124.35.
1-1.
1-1 inbound.
Code 1-1. Fly heading 325. Port 19. QFE 29.88. Runway 19.
Which GPU? I'm using a 1080 Ti. What VR headset? I've got an Oculus consumer version 1 and HOTAS at the moment. I've got an X52, but I'm waiting on delivery of my Warthog with F18 stick, but that's delayed on coronavirus. Yeah, screaming to the end. I think it is because I'm hosting the server as well. We are working on that for the group, so we've got a separate server. Might start descending now, quite high up. Kasab's in the valley down there. There she is. Fuel's coming down through 7,000, still dumping. Should really be dumping it over the sea instead of the land, but hey. Yeah, it's looking quite good on this stream. It's a good thing. Whereas when I do it in the Discord, it is a little bit dodgy. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm looking forward to upgrading. I've had the X52 for years. I've always held off buying the Warthog, but now I'm spending more time in DCS. It'd be rude not to get one. Right, 11,000. I know there's nothing coming in or out, but again, force of habit. Always check the F10. I'm going to come inbound. What's the runway? Runway 19, so we'll be inbound 190. No point turning on ICLS because Hornet doesn't work on land. Yeah, Lou, I'll start including my setup on the videos. Right, start descending down now. Speed down. Yeah, the F16 throttle is amazing. That would have been brilliant if you could buy that separate. I mean, maybe they'll make it again. I don't know. Right, let's bleed some speed and some height. There we go. I'll start turning long finals. Totally forgot. Yeah, I had the A10. Well, I've still got the A10, and I used to know it brilliantly. Me, as in Lawrence, used to fly all the time, and Todd as well. But then I sort of got rusty on it. Right, let's get my flaps and gear ready. I've also got a stream deck that I use. That's got, so if you look at my flaps button now, when I put it down, I'm pressing a button on my stream deck. So it's a profile linked actually to Nick. I'll link it in the channel. Certainly the Discord channel, because the stream deck with the F18 profile from the Eagle Dynamics website is amazing. It's like having a proper little upfront control. Right, gear gonna go down. Already trim my nose down, ready for that ballooning. There's my E bracket very high, so I'm too fast, so speed brake out. I think the runway's centre there, yeah, slightly left. Trim my nose up.
Code 1-1. Cleared for visual. Contact tower.
Will do. Yes, I do use OBS. So I've got OBS, I've got a setting screen to my right hand side. I've got OBS set up on that, and I've got my stream deck that I can choose between profiles, so I can select record, change all the different screens for standby, etc. And then I change my profile while I'm flying to the F-18, upfront controls and switches, etc.
Colt 1-1. Request landing.
Code 1-1. Cleared to land. Runway 19. Wind 000 at 5 meters per second.
So wind from the north at 5 meters a second. Landing with the wind, which isn't ideal. I hate landing at Kasab. Yeah, first ever flight sim I played, the first one I remember playing was Wings of Glory on the Amiga. It was a World War One flight sim. It was absolutely fantastic. You had a little story you played through, and your squadron got updated, and people would die, and you'd read about the sort of what happened on the bulletin board and stuff. Voice is a bit on the lower side, volume wise. I can adjust that in a second. I won't try and adjust it when I'm on short finals. But thanks for the note. Again, this was just a stream test to make sure that I could actually stream and it wasn't an issue with the computer. So again, Lou, this is the approach you want to be flying for the carrier, keeping that velocity vector in the E-bracket and the way down. Don't flare, just let it crash into the runway, essentially. Then brakes on. I like to pitch my nose up so I get the tail up. Then adjust with the rudder. There we go, nice landing at Kasab. Gone past Alpha, I'll have to go to the Bravo taxiway. I would have flipped if I tried to turn there. Now, Wings of Glory, Arthur, was like a 2D. Your view was you're sort of sat behind the pilot, and you sort of looked left and right as to where the enemy were, and you followed them around. It was like 3D graphics,
Code 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
but like a 2D view behind the pilot. It was ace. Yeah, Wings of Glory was brilliant. Right, taxi around. Right, and at that, I'm going to end the stream there. Again, it was just a quick test to make sure that I could actually stream. So thank you very much for a little sad need for more practice. Yeah, don't worry about lift off. When you get there, just practice flying dirty, so basically gear, flaps and all that out, and practice flying on speed away. Right, I'm going to leave the stream there. Thank you very much for joining. It was just a quick test. It's nice to see people joining in. I'll have to end it there, guys. I've got loads of stuff to do. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you later.